Okay, this video is going to be talking about solving equations with like terms. So, first of all, what is a like term? And I'm sorry this is not like showing my face or anything, but I am going to be talking a lot and doing work on here. So please take notes. I know it's pretty boring because I'm not here. I can't be as silly or as funny because talking to the phone just isn't the same. Okay, so please just try to pay attention. Take notes, and we are going to learn solving equations with like terms. So first of all, we have to figure out what like terms even are. Like terms are things that look alike, just kind of like what it sounds like. These are like terms. So first of all, we see a lot of x's, we see y's, we see some x squareds, and we see some numbers that don't have any variables with it. So I'm going to start out with the x squareds. So I'm going to take this one and this one, and it is a positive number, this 3x squared. I know it's a positive number because it's a plus 3. When you add 3, that is obviously something that's positive. We need to first combine like terms. Combining like terms just means that we're putting them together. So if I have 2x squareds and 3x squareds over here, it's kind of like saying I have, let's see, 2x squareds, so that's 2 of them. I also have 3 more x squareds. How many x squareds do I have altogether? 5x squareds. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're just kind of adding those numbers together. So let's move on to not the squareds. Let's move on to the x's. So I see here's an x, 5x also, that's positive. This is an x, oh, but it's a minus 2. I'm going to kind of circle the negative with the 2x. Keep that together just because I know that that is a negative 2. Technically, this means we had 5 x's. I'm just kind of using extra space on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to take away 2 x's. It says minus 2 x's. So I'm going to take that one away and that one away. We're left with 1, 2, 3 x's. So there we go. And they are positive x's, just so we know, because that was a positive 5. Okay, let's move on to the y's. So 2y and 8y. I'm going to put a triangle around this one. 2y, 8y, they are both positive. I don't have to worry about taking any numbers away. So at this point, you can kind of start seeing it with your, like, just doing it in your brain instead of writing it out. 2y plus 8y. If there are 2 y's plus another 8 y's, that's a total of 10 y's. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm going to put a heart around those, I guess. The numbers by itself, they are called constants. They do not change. They don't have a variable. They're easy to work with. 7 and 10, they're both positive numbers. Combining 7 and 10 is just like adding. 7 plus 10 is 17. Okay, at this point, we do not have any other like terms. This is the word simplified. It is as small as we can go. We can't go any further with this. We can't change it. We can't make it look nicer. That's it. We're done, okay? Because this is only an expression and it doesn't have an equal sign, we can't solve it. We can only leave it like that. So if we do have a equation where it's actually wanting us to solve, for instance, let me use the other pen. And you can write these down with me. So if we have equations that have like terms inside the equation, whenever I know that when we have an equation, we know that we're going to be able to solve. We are going to be able to figure out what our missing x is. The only thing is we have more than one x, just like we were trying to figure out what the mystery number was on last week's work. This time we're trying to figure it out with more than just one x. So I have 2x and another 2x. I'm going to circle them because they are like terms. 2x plus 2x is 4x. So I'm going to rewrite it as 4x. and then it's still plus 16 equals 28. Now we technically have that two-step equation, the two-step equation that we were working with last week. If I want this x to isolate, to be all by itself on this side of the equal sign, so eventually I could have x equals some number. I'm going to take the 16 and I'm going to move it away first. Do that first. The easy numbers come first, harder numbers come later. When I say easy, I mean adding and subtracting. Let's move it away. We'll work on this multiplication and division later. Okay, so I'm going to drop down this 4x right here. That went away because 16 minus 16 is 0, and that's actually what we wanted to happen. 28 minus 16 is 12. And then let's divide both sides by 4, and we have x, because those 4's cancel out, equals 3. All right, so pretty simple. The only thing we had to worry about was the whole combining of the like terms before we moved on, okay? So I'm going to do another one. Can y'all see? Can't really see what's happening. Okay, let's see, 2. No, let's not do 2. 7 plus 7x minus 2 equals 35. Okay, so this time I'm gonna draw my line down my equation just like I always do. Sorry, didn't realize I needed to move up. This time my like terms don't have the x's, but I do have like terms that are numbers. See that? So this number and this number can go together. That is a 7 minus 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. So then I have 5 plus 7x equals 75. I rewrote the equation. Now we're back at a two-step equation just like we did last week. So let's move this stuff around. Let's isolate the variable. Let's get rid of the 5 first because that is the extra number kind of added to this equation. So I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. That way it goes away here. And I now have 7x equals, and that is 70. You can probably see now what number multiplies to 7 to get to 70, but the way we do it in algebra is we divide 7 by on both sides and end up with x equals 10. Okay? Make sure that you copy these down. I'm gonna move on and do another problem. So let's do this time. 3x minus 20 plus 2x equals 15. So I'm going to draw my line to kind of separate the sides of the equation. It just helps me stay organized. I am going to circle or box or whatever you'd like to do the like terms. These are like terms, okay? They are like. I need to put them together because I need just one x and not a bunch of x's all over the place. So 3x and 2x makes 5x, and then I'm going to write this minus 20 equals 15. When I take away the 20, I'm going to add it to both sides. Make sure you're using your signs, addition, subtraction, stuff like that. You will get confused if you do not. We have 5x, and 15 plus 20 is 35. Divided by 5 on both sides, that is x equals 7. All right, so a lot of times these negative numbers, these integers are kind of tripping you guys up. I have noticed that. I'm gonna try one that would help you kind of figure that out, okay? So let's see, 2x minus 8 plus 3x equals, and I know these are easy numbers, but we're just gonna do it anyways. Okay, drawing my fence, my line, whatever you wanna call that. And I'm gonna combine like terms. 2x, 3x is 5x. Then we have this minus 8 equals negative 12. Okay, if I want to get rid of this 8, I'm going to add it to both sides. So that means I have 5x equals, and negative 12 plus 8 is kind of like a subtraction problem. You can put negatives into calculators. Please use your calculator. You are allowed to. Okay, even if you were in class, I'd tell you the same thing. All right, then you have divide by 5. We have x equals negative 4 over 5 does not reduce down to anything, so I'm just going to leave it as the fraction. Okay? All right. Let's see. I'm going to do a couple more, and then I will be done. All right, let's try this one. 20 equals 4x minus 3 plus 2x plus 5. All right, so you might be like, whoa, why is the number over here? Why isn't, it's okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which side it's on. I do want to circle my like terms, those x's. Oh, but I noticed that those are also like terms too, so I'm actually gonna box those, make it a little bit different. And then I start rewriting everything. I'm gonna put the circles together. 4x and 2x is 6x. You add them, we combine them. We count 4 x's and then 2 more x's make 6 x's. Negative 3 plus 5. You could also think of it as 5 minus 3. It is 2. And it is a positive 2, so I'm going to write a plus 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. We get 18 equals 6x. Then divide 6 from both sides. We have x equals 18 over 6 is 3, which is division, right? 3 equals x is okay. It's the same thing as x equals 3, just so you guys know. Okay. Let's see, do I want to do any other ones? No, that's it. That's all I want to do. Okay. Next video will be combining like terms on both sides of the equal sign. This time we just did it on one side. All right.